My name's Chris Blake and I'm the captain of the Spirit of Bermuda. The sloop is the rig, it's the number of sails you've got on it and the configuration of the fore and aft sails. We have fore and aft sails and we've got 3 masts, and this particular one is a Bermuda sloop, which is unique in as much as that Bermuda sloops were invented by Bermudians way back in the 1800s because they were fast machines, and the way they did the design of the sails made it called a Bermuda sloop, and it's unique to the world. One good thing about this ship, and I've found out having sailed on a number of sailing ships before this size and larger, is that this one slips through the water very nicely in very light winds, but it's very comfortable in strong winds as well. For anybody who wants to come on board the Spirit of Bermuda, it's a unique experience. It's the only experience of its type actually in Bermuda. We have quite a revolutionary program on board Spirit of Bermuda. It's a non-profit organisation. It takes young people to sea, young Bermudians mainly, to sea, to help them develop and give them some sort of entity in their lives. We don't concentrate quite so much on the sailing side of it, more on the academic and what you can learn during the time you're here. And as you can see, we have a fair amount of sophisticated equipment on board. The students, when we take the students, they come down here and they do a lot of readings, they take a lot of observations of the instruments that we have down here in the Charter. We do 5-day voyages with students from all ages, and mainly from the public school sector, but also from various other sectors as well, and private individuals. The kids come from various backgrounds and various sizes and various abilities. The reason for them being here really is to try and give them more idea of themselves first of all, and of each other, and then learn more about Bermuda itself. We're also trying to get them involved in various other activities outside of the ship. We've anchored in Castle Harbour, and the kids have gone ashore at Nonsuch Island and then been given a tour and seen the lights, the birds over there in Nonsuch. We also get people coming down from the Weather Bureau, which of course on a sailing ship that's very relevant to us because we're using the weather all the time, and they come down and tell us what the weather is going to be for the week, and then the kids actually experience that weather, and they see the reason why the wind drops or the wind picks up, that changes direction and all the rest of the stuff. So this is all part and parcel of that. We have the engine room. This is the main engine room where we have a reverse osmosis, makes fresh water. We've got 2 generators. We have a main engine, electrical panels. We can make hot water, and of course this is all operated from the engine room here. Another point of our programs is with JP Skinner, and either he or one of his representatives comes down and they learn more about the coral and the marine life around Bermuda. They give them slides of this, and when it's nice, a bit warmer, they go in and snorkeling and take photographs and underwater cameras and actually film each other pointing out the coral actually in the water and the seaweed, and if they're lucky, some fish. So it's a very varied program that people come. So it's not sailing, we're not teaching people how to sail, it's something completely different, but we're using the sailing ship to help people bond together. When they're on board, not only do they sail the ship, but they have to clean the ship, they steer the ship, they put the sails up, they help in the galley. Those that are inclined can help in the engine room, they help the engineer with small tasks, but they can help him with that. And of course they take notice of the navigation and various other parts of seamanship life to a certain extent. One advantage of being on a vessel like the Spirit of Bermuda basically is that everybody is in the same boat, literally. They join on the Monday and we're away for 5 days. And so this is their home, 24 hours a day. The very fact that it's a ship and it's their ship, it doesn't belong to me, it doesn't belong to the foundation, it belongs to the students that happen to be there for that 5 days. Here they have to live with their companions in a confined space all the time. And that takes a lot of tolerance at times, changing your own attitudes to a certain extent, but also helping other people in times of adversity, like for instance seasickness. Those that don't get sick invariably end up helping those that do get sick, and that's a good bonding system as well, although we don't try and make them seasick. what we call the mess room, which obviously is the catering area, with the galley on the port side and tables and chairs. And along here we have bunks where the students also sleep. We also, when the ship is not being used for students, it goes into a charter mode. And corporate business and individuals can charter the Spirit of Bermuda for a weekend or for a day sail on a Saturday or Sunday, or when there's no school program going on, or for a function, or they can go for a sail. And that's another way which people, if they want to, can help sponsor the foundation. But the money we make from the charter business, most of that comes back into the ship so we can keep the prices down for the students to sail on board and to help with the maintenance and operation of the vessel. This area here is the main sleeping area. We can sleep 12 students when they're in here. Three other side and then 3 back there. So anybody comes on board will get a whole cross section of knowledge rather than just isolated to one thing. And that's why I think the Spirit of Bermuda program is pretty good.